Hey y'all, welcome to Maui Mysteries, the channel that brings you interdimensional content, which means that the readings are from a broad and expansive point of view as they are channeled through vast dimensions of space and time and therefore should resonate with you guys whenever you come across them. We're gonna do a revival reading today. We've been getting deep ever since the year started, and you all know how much I care about your mental state. I don't need your psychosis thing, so we're gonna just we're gonna dip into some shallow waters today because shallow pools are also really nice. Okay, they're also very cooling, and they help us calibrate the more complicated energies. So let's do that. Oh, yeah. And channeling is nice, but sometimes I just miss pulling cards. I'm getting that some of you tend to wonder, like, something about like having spiritual gifts, like what are your spiritual gifts and wada, and especially like if you're attracted to this channel, like do you have spiritual gifts or you here just like what's going on? And it's like, guys, I was saying this to someone in a personal reading the other day, right? I know that we are used to a culture where you have a healer and the person next door comes to them because they know how to heal the flu, and then their friend or their grandmother also comes to you, and then everybody be coming to you because then you become the healer, and so forth and so forth. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with like the kind of society we have right now, but ultimately each of us have the potential to connect to our original blueprint that allows you to do exactly what your healer does, to heal yourself. It was never about, in the beginning, it was never about being a healer from the community because the whole community could heal themselves. So there was never a need for that. Like, it was never a need for the one who helps others give birth to their kids, because within your family your mother would help you because she has the knowledge, or your sister. Everybody had the knowledge because everybody was doing the inner work. The reason why now there's this thing where you find one person that is the healer, one person that knows how to do the hair, one person that knows how to take care of the skin, and so does it for the community. Also, nothing wrong with that. That's just how our communities work right now. But it wasn't always like that. There was a time where you understood exactly what your skin needed, what your hair needed, what your body needed, what everything, right down to the clothes that you wear, the food that you eat, the way you bathe yourself, was a personalized thing because you've done the inner work. You've awakened the gold version of yourself. Nzunza's everywhere. Collective of Nzunza. So if you're asking, what is your gift? Don't be confused into thinking that your gift has to somehow include you offering it to the collective, and that's the only way in which it's a gift. Like, your gift is actually for you. Your gift is so that you can take care of you in the most efficient way, so that you can take care of yourself at the highest level, so that you can be the best version of yourself. That's what your gift is originally for. And then it will mold itself based on the society that we're in. Maybe you need to monetize your gift. Maybe your gift needs to be shared in order for it to grow stronger, in order for it to be more refined. So obviously, because societies change, our gifts will also adapt to those societies. But my point is just that don't be thinking that just because you do not have this inner need to help people, or have people come to you, or have your gift be a collective thing. Maybe your gift is just for you and your family. Maybe your gift is just for you and your partner. Maybe your gift is just for you. That doesn't negate the fact that you are gifted. Just because your gift is not for the many doesn't mean that you're not gifted. Even though, yes, our gifts today have adapted to being about fulfilling a collective need, because that's just where we are as a society. But some of you, mostly indigos, some of you, your gifts are for yourself. Your gifts are for you and your family. And for those of you whose gifts include like the collective, you seem to have an issue with being seen. You seem to have this thing where you want to be recognized for the gifts that you have. You want to be recognized for your ability to be a healer, whether it's through art, whether it's through medicine, whether it's through being able to tell people what they need to hear in order to move past something that is keeping them trapped. You have a need to be recognized, but you also seem to have a fear of being seen. You also seem to have this fear of judgment by others. But I'm kind of seeing how you're getting over this fear. It's like yeah, ooh. You now have this very solid like idea of yourself and who you are and your gift, and it's building confidence within you, and it's making it so that you're moving past this wall, or this. Yeah, because I'm also getting with some of you, this wall was blocking some of your gifts because you're so afraid of being seen. And some of you, your gift kind of feeds on like being used by the collective. So you are one of the ones that so for instance, if your gift is art and you activate people's like starseed blueprint through your art, because your art is actually in some kind of a planetary light being language. You don't even know it, but it does that for people that are looking at your art. Or your art actually activates the iNzunza within people, and you don't even know that. But you should, because uhamba iNzunza. That's why your art will do that. Will activate iNzunza templates, right? Like, or your music like activates amagela within someone, or isithunywa within someone, right? Like that means that you need for people to hear that music, you need for people to see that art. Basically, your gift needs to be consumed in order to grow. in order to be better. And your being afraid of being seen was also making so that your gift was not evolving. Your gift was not becoming what it should be, because it's like having light trapped within, like a cage. And so you're there thinking, oh, isn't this amathambi kahle? Like, I'm not being recognized, and like my blah 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 blah. And ultimately it's because you don't want to be seen, and it's making you mediocre also. So but you're past that now. See, like you've opened this box up, and you're kind of like taking out your gift from. This is also representing like deep inside yourself. That's the cage. The cage is you, and it's made up of all the fears you have, all the judgments you have of yourself, and you're projecting that onto the public. So, and even if the public does judge you in that way, it's a reflection of the fears that you have within you. Like, oh, they're gonna say I'm too fat. They're gonna say I don't know what I'm talking about. They're gonna say I can't really sing. They're gonna say this is not art. Like, what is this? A 5-year-old could have done this. Like, they're gonna laugh at me. They're gonna what. All, I'm not good enough. Basically, this cage is made up of I'm not good enough. And as soon as I show them who I am, everyone's gonna know that I'm not good enough. But you've worked through that. You've very much worked through that. I love that, because the only way you can open a cage like that is through self-love. That means you've been able to see the effect that your art actually has on people, and that has healed the part of you that felt like it was not doing enough, or that it wasn't good enough. And it has made you appreciate yourself. It's made you show love to yourself, because you realize, shit, I'm really good at this. Like, wait, I'm actually killing it. I'm actually, what? No, what? Me? Yes, you. And that has made it so that you've expanded your heart space, and now you're kind of exploring your gift in a different way. Also, you're finding that you can mold it into all these different ways. I did this reading about how your gift is an intelligence. It's actually alive. I'll link it somewhere. Look in the description box. I will link it. Because this is speaking to that. It's speaking how your gift is alive. Now you've fed love into it instead of the fear that you were feeding into it. And because of that, it's alive. So those of you have been waiting for your gift to start bringing you opportunities, or bringing you certain connections, or bringing you a certain bank balance, that's about to happen. You know how they like, don't quit your day job. The people I'm talking to, you're going to be able to quit your day job soon. Oh, this is not encouraging. This is not me encouraging everyone to quit their day job. That's obviously not for everyone. But there's also those of you who really, really, really want to do that, and you've been working on something, and you're waiting for that thing to flourish in such a way. And this is, for people who, it's not that you are tired of your day job, but I know my 61, it was just never you. It's just not who you are. You were just doing it because you have responsibilities. But Oksalayo, on the side, you've been working on something that you are really passionate about, something that you put your all into. And I'm saying that to those people, that is about to pay off. You will be able to quit your day job. You got Queen of the Earth. This card always reminds me of Queen of the South, when she's now in the white suit, where she embodies her higher self. Because if you've watched Queen of the South, you know it starts out so badly. Yo, it starts out so badly for our girl. Like, it's rough. But she works through it. She works through her karmic cycle, and she becomes a boss. And that's basically what's happening here. You're embodying your higher self. which you may have thought just involves this white light around you and you have this white aura and everybody sees you as like a good person. Man, fuck all that. It's not about that. It's the fact that you are now building the life that you've always wanted to live in. You are building the life that you always knew was yours, but you didn't yet have access to it because you were working through your karmic stuff. This is representing you finally getting there. And yes, this is not the final stage. There's more. After this, there's more. There's a whole nother world. You're going to have more desires because now you're here. But you're finally here. You're at the white suit version of Queen of the Earth, which is representing the fact that original template is here. Zunza is here. Whatever entity that is, you have drawn it close. Guys, some entity also comes as money. Hey, money is not just money. Some people's money is actually an entity. And that's why you're so obsessed with money, because it's not actually the money you're obsessed with. There's actually an entity that you're connected to, but that entity, when it comes into this world, it manifests as money. Some people, an entity doesn't just manifest as money. Like for instance, iNzunza, when you embody it, it starts manifesting as like a whole life. That's why it's about different parts that come together. So it becomes all these things. It's your job, it's your love life, it's your friendship circle, it's the home you live in, it's everything. It's your bank account, it's everything. Okay? So yeah. You're finally going places. Like your roads are like everything that you felt was blocked in your life, or you just felt like you didn't have access to, like, boo, let me tell you. But again, it's because you've been working on it though. It's because even when it seemed like nothing is happening, you were still consistent. You were still working on it. You were still working on it. You were still working on it. And if you are watching this reading and you haven't really worked on something, like for instance, you also feel like your day job is like sucking the soul out of you and this is not what you really want. And guys, you know what, I know that sometimes if you don't like your day job, you assume everyone has their day job. There's people that love what they do. There's people that love numbers and they work in accounting and they're good. Okay, fine, maybe they'll start like their own firm. It will be the same thing, it's just that now it will be for themselves. But there's people that love what they do. Don't assume that everybody hates their 9 to 5. There's people that love what they do. There's people out there like you are a PA to a CEO and you are living your best life. This is like, what? Yeah, yes, yes. This is the life you want. Not everybody hates their day job. But to those of you that do, but you haven't really like grasped what it is that you want to do outside of this reading is also for you to realize that like that's coming, that feeling within you where you start to recognize and open the doors to what it is that you are good at, what it is that you can start investing in yourself in order to refine that gift and make it something that you can one day quit your job for. That part of you is now coming through. Okay, so yeah, no more sadness. Like, guys, no more sadness. No more sadness caused by not being satisfied. Like, sadness will come because we're human and, anything can happen. But no more of that sadness where it's like, I'm not enough. This life is not enough for me. That's gone. No more of that sadness. Okay, y'all. That's what I have for you guys. If the reading resonated, please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to book a personal reading, all the information is in the description box. If you want to book a mentorship session, all that information is also in the description box. Later, guys.